Hi, I'm Councilman Kevin Malloy. You're watching Smithtown Spotlight. Enjoy the program.
Welcome to Smithtown Spotlight. I'm Bobby Rabbit, and today we are at a fantastic Italian restaurant right
I'm
here
your
in
host, Jeff Shalero. Riddle me this, where can you find the likes of Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man here in Smithtown?
Hi,
right
I'm
here.
Kenny Bernardini, and welcome to Smithtown Spotlight. Today I'm at Hoyt Farm, a beautiful nature preserve here in the middle of Comac. Have you ever wanted to get away from it all?
Today's Spotlight focuses on the United States Marine Corps Career Center, located on Main Street in the town of Smithtown. We had the honor to work with Gunnery Sergeant William Harrington, Sergeant Robert Rodriguez Jr., and Sergeant Frank Cuccinello. These men have served our country in times of war, but now direct their attention to the future of the Corps by serving as recruiters of the young men and women looking to join the few, the proud, the Marines.
The Marines were definitely looking for the few, the proud. We're looking for a certain type of individual that, not necessarily that fits the mold. I know that I'm directly influencing the future of the Marine Corps, that I'm finding the full next generation of Marines that are going to be leaders of the Marine Corps and also the next individuals that are going to be in the history books. Currently I have 3 recruiters that work for me, and then I have 2 more that are checking in next month, so I'll have 5 recruiters.
On your feet, let's go, boys! Exactly. If you're doing this, you need to bring your arms.
The recruiter's main job is to go out and find qualified applicants. We'll get on the phones and we'll call applicants, try to put that interest. One of the main things we do is we go to the different schools. All the schools in my area, and we try to talk to the individuals, try to talk to the classes.
When I recruit a young man or woman, pretty much I'm looking for someone that's going to take my place, and obviously, my name goes on their paperwork when they go to boot camp. So they're messed up or they're not in regs, my name is right next to theirs. So pretty much I'm looking for the best of the best.
Right now, we got guys in Afghanistan hooking and jabbing with the enemy, and you guys are out here in Smithtown.
We have to do a background check. We got to make sure that they're not in trouble with the police. We have to make sure that their tattoos, if they do have them, because a lot of kids are getting tattoos, they're just getting them in the wrong spots, which kind of disqualify people because of the fashion trends that are being set.
Hold it up there.
To find them, it's not hard. It's just to qualify them. Could be a long process.
I tell you what, why don't you just go ahead and discharge? Get out of my pool. Get out. Go to the Air Force. You want something easy? Step out right now.
One of the things we try to do is make sure the parents come in with the applicants so we can answer the questions they have. Because it's important for us to have the family on board.
Whether they're 18 or 25 years old, we always tell them, go talk to your parents, talk to your family, get them involved, because we want them to know exactly what's going on and what they're doing.
When Jay first told me they wanted to go to the Marine Corps, I asked him why. And he said that the recruiter came to school. It sounded interesting.
The motivation I have to become a Marine is just simply because I want to actually become something with my life. I didn't see any direction going in here. I actually had the time to look around in the civilian world and everything to see what I like. I just always came down to the conclusion this is something I want to be, something that I can always be proud of, and for the rest of my life, maybe carry it on to the rest of my family too.
I wish he would have went to college, but this is what he wanted to do, so he had the drive for it, so he really wanted to do this.
Once we answer their questions and we give that information, a lot of times they're pushing that young man or woman to, hey, this is what you need, this is going to be good for you. Because not everybody's destined to go to college right after high school. A lot of these kids know what they want to do. They're young. They're still invincible. They go on. Well, the parents don't have that mentality. The parents obviously have some concerns about their son or daughter. Most parents think that if you join the Marines, you're going to go off to war.
gonna go this way, so face that way.
I'm trying not to think of what would happen if Jay was deployed. I don't even want to think about that. I hope and pray that it doesn't happen. He's not your typical 20-year-old, but he's a great guy. And I think he'll make a great Marine. I really do. And I'm very proud of him.
As soon as you rest for a second, you're gonna come right back here and start doing it again.
Once the parents are on board and a young man or woman decides to enlist, the process is just beginning.
The first thing we do is we screen you out. We ask you a whole gamut of basic screening questions just to see if you basically qualify. Because if you don't basically qualify, I don't want to waste your time, and we let you know up front. We're not here to to waste your time or just to get numbers or anything like that. At that point, we take you in and we put you on the enlistment screening test, which is a mental test with basic math and English to see essentially how you would do on the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, or the ASVAB, which a lot of people know. So based on if you qualify mentally for that enlistment screening test, then what one of my recruiters will do is they'll sit down with you and interview you, find out what's important to you, and see if the Marine Corps can align with what you want to do with your life.
There's only a select few that become Marines, and yeah, you should be proud that you're a Marine because not everyone could do it, and it's tough to do, so only a few can make it. I want to be one of those few.
Let's do it. Which way do you like doing? This way or this way? That way? All right. Remember, that's using your back muscles. All right. Let's go. Go. One.
If we can, and it's something that it's going to be a good fit to where you'd make a good Marine, and you would contribute to the Marine Corps, and we can help you out with your goals, we start the process by getting all your information. Quite a bit of paperwork that's involved, and then we send you down to the Military Enlistment Processing Center. It's usually a 2-day process. On the first day, they'll take the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test, and then the next day, they'll go back to the Military Enlistment Processing Center in Brooklyn, and from there, they will take the physical. It's kind of like a sports physical, but a little more in depth, and they ask you a gamut of questions about your past medical history to make sure that you're physically qualified, because we don't want to send anybody down there that's not physically qualified. If they're found physically and mentally qualified, at that point they'll be allowed to raise their right hand and swear the oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Support and defend the Constitution of the United States. It's part of the oath taken by every Marine. While now serving our country as recruiters for the United States Marine Corps, Gunnery Sergeant Harrington and Sergeants Rodriguez and Cuccinello have served overseas and have exemplified the qualities of courage and leadership that enable the Marines to lead with honor on the battlefield and in the community.
After I graduated recruit training shortly after, I went on the 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit, which was about 2001. And then of course September 11th happened. From there, we went on deployment pretty much straight to Afghanistan. So that was my first combat deployment. After that, 2005, I went on another combat deployment on a military transition team to Iraq. Kind of traveled all over Iraq. I was part of a quick reaction force. During that deployment, I earned the Bronze Star. The Bronze Star is a medal earned in combat. Essentially, I was living by myself with an Iraqi infantry company and doing combat patrols with them day in and day out. That was a year-long deployment. I went in 2009, 2010, attached to VMU-3, which is an unmanned aerial vehicle squadron. I did a 7-month deployment with them, pretty much doing aerial reconnaissance. I was there during the Battle of Marja, and then it landed me here at recruiting duty. I also have 2 Marines out here on recruiting duty, Sergeant Rodriguez, Sergeant Cuccinello, both combat vets. Sergeant Rodriguez was awarded the Purple Heart because he was injured in Iraq. Both were motor T drivers on various different deployments. There's 1,000 other things we do as Marines, to include humanitarian assistance. And we train with other militaries all over the world. We do a whole gamut of other things that actually makes up a lot of what the Marine Corps does.
When I went over there, I thought all we were going to be doing was fighting, and really we're building schools. We're passing out food to kids. We're giving them water, teaching them things, building homes. I remember this one time, this one lady came up and gave us a hug because we built pipes to give her running water because she never had that before. We gave her electricity in her house. The kids were so crazed They're going wild because they're flipping on a switch on and off in their house, you know. So, you know, yes, there are bad times, but there are great times too. And it feels really good when you can do that for someone that's never had that before.
Sergeant Rodriguez and his fellow Marines have fought in the battle for freedom. They have made a difference both at home and abroad. Although they now work as recruiters, they may find themselves back on the front lines in the coming years.
Most tours are 3 years as far as stateside tours. So you go to a unit for 3 years, you'll be at that unit, and then you'll transition and go to another unit or another base for another 3 years. And recruiting duties is similar to that. We come out here for 3 years. It's not really considered a break, it's considered an extra duty. The Marines that are here on recruiting duty after their 3-year tour, they will actually transition back into the fleet and go back to another fleet, a unit. If that unit happens to be deploying, they will do the workups, do the training, and deploy with that unit. So we'll all go back and be fleet Marines again.
You sound weak! Approach up! Ready, exercise. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
When a young man or woman enlists in the Marine Corps, they are in the pool awaiting a ship date to recruit training, or what we commonly call boot camp. Thus the term Poolee. They aren't considered full-on Marines quite yet, but they can use this time to prepare for what's ahead.
A Poolee is an individual that is enlisted in the Marine Corps that is awaiting to go to recruit training. During that time, we usually try to get them in here 2 to 3 times a week to do physical training, to go over some Marine Corps knowledge, some history, the rank structures, the general orders, just the different stuff that would help them through recruit training.
Never quit and don't fall out. That's all I want. As long as you put 110%, that's all I care about, okay? Just I don't want to hear I quit, because once I hear that, then we'll send you somewhere else. This isn't for you, all right?
All right, sir! Let's go, hurry up! Get tired? Oh. You better put out! Let's go! Move in! Let's go, Papa! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! Straight up. Straight up, straight down. Don't touch it up. Here we go. You're out here in Smithtown, where the Marines right now hooking and jabbing with the enemy. At least you could do is put out. Aye, sir. You better put out for those Marines.
When we take these kids out training, we want to get them ready for boot camp, obviously. You know, that's our #1 goal, is getting them ready for boot camp. We go out there, we do some calisthenics, we do some stretching, we do some push-ups, some crunches, some jumping jacks. We train them and get them ready.
Whenever we go to physical training, I come in here and I get to see everybody else who's in the Poolee program as well, and I see kids come and go and they come back and I see the transformation. When we go out and we do all our workouts and we learn our knowledge, I just kind of see that we're actually getting something out of it and we're preparing for that part of our future.
On your freaking face, here we go. Let's go, guys, let's go.
It's prepping us for boot camp. It's making us see that what we read on our, what we call rifles, pain is weakness leaving the body. That is true, that we can always put out one more bit that we can, and that we are able to do more.
Not fail your team. Let's go. Yes, sir. 5, 1, 6, 9, 7. The least you can do is put out for those Marines who are out there in country right now. Fight the enemy. Let's go. Push up!
We go on what we call a moto run. It's a motivational run where we take the kids out and I'll be running alongside them, singing some cadence, you know. A left, right, Leo. And they're yelling it back right at me.
A left, right, Leo. Left, right, Leo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like to get to Iraq like this. I can get to Iraq like this. Train to fight, train to kill, win and never will. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Every day! A PT! All right! Oh yeah!
It motivates them. And plus it opens up your lungs when you're yelling and running, and you can breathe a lot better. We're basically just getting these kids ready for Marine Corps boot camp.
In the shits! 7 miles!
It prepares us for boot camp, both physically and mentally, to give us the knowledge that we need. And it's a workout that you won't get anywhere else.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Marine Corps! Every day!
When I first came to PT, I was throwing up, it was rough. If I didn't come to PT, I probably wouldn't be prepared for boot camp. I've been getting better every PT I've been coming to. It's been helping me out.
A bloody guts! A bloody guts! Running through Smithtown with my M16! Train to fight, train to kill, ready to die but never will!
We'll let everyone know who we are, you know, the pride. We show that pride to the young Poolees because they don't really understand that yet. You know, they don't wear the uniform, they just wear the Marine t-shirt. But when they're running around and people are honking the horn and saying, yeah, you know, that pride helps them out. So that kind of pushes them through.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Give me some of that devil dog, that rough, that tough, that devil dog. Give me some of that devil dog, that rough, that tough, that devil dog. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! EMT! EMT! 4 miles!
At the end of the day, it's that kid that wants to be the Marine. I look at it as it's 90% of the kid, 10% of the Marine helping that kid get to that path.
We are a small band of brothers and sisters. The Marine Corps prides itself in once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. And it's not, I was a Marine, it's not my father was a Marine, it's my father is a Marine. It doesn't matter how old they are or how long ago they served. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
You see this guy right here? Yes, sir. He earned the title. He earned the title. And he's still a Marine till this day. What's your name?
Never retire. Bill Link.
Marine, always, forever. Thanks for the support, sir.
It feels really, really good when you change these kids' lives, you know. Obviously, I've been doing recruiting for a while, you know. We got kids that come in here and they have no clue what they want to do. Smart kids, good kids, never been in trouble, nothing. They're not goal-oriented or they're not disciplined. The kid just needs more motivation, have a goal in life.
We need guys like you to defend this country, because without guys like you and girls like you, there wouldn't be this great nation of ours. And we need to defend those who can't defend themselves.
It takes a little while to go to boot camp. Currently it's about a 6-7 month wait from the time they say, I want to be a Marine, to the time they actually go to recruit training. We can help them physically, or we can help them mentally, because it is, the speed and intensity. They're going to go through a lot when they get down there. The more they know and the better physical shape they are when they get down there, the more successful they're going to be down there.
What voice was to town you hear so much about?
When you get down there, from the time that the bus pulls up and stops, and you see the gate guards, you see the military police standing there, the bus just goes completely silent. No one says a word. Everybody's just kind of looking around, and then the bus stops, and you can see the drill instructor standing just off the bus. And from that moment, he gets on, and it's for 3 months. It's nonstop.
Hurry up! Hurry up!
Boot camp is about 90% mental, 10% physical. I'm not saying it wasn't, easy, but if you think you can't do something, if you can't get through it, you can't push, that's all mental right there. Then you're just gonna quit, So I would say the first 2 weeks was rough. After a while, once you're in there, you start to get motivated, and they start to mold you. You start to understand why they're doing this. And in the beginning, yes, it is hard, but after a while, I wouldn't say it gets easier, but you're getting used to it. And then you start to like it, and then you start to love it, and then you just want even more of it. And a lot of guys that we put in, when they come back from boot camp, I guarantee every single one of them, about a day or two later, when they come back and they're in our office talking to us about it, they all want to go back. They all miss it.
I had an amazing experience in recruit training. There was a lot of stuff that you had to get used to. Being told what to do all the time, how to do it, when to do it, it was rough, but once you got used to it, it was fun. When we got to the training, it was real good. There was really no part of boot camp I didn't like. I'm speechless thinking about it, that I'm actually a Marine and I finally made it.
When they go down there, they're one person, but when they come back, they're the same person, but with all the good attributes, with that leadership, with the discipline, they have a new sense, a new focus in life to where, you know, they have a new drive.
There you go. All day. Go.
My main selling point is pride of belonging. I want Marines first, and then, you know, we'll find out what you're qualified for, what the Marine Corps needs, and then we go from there. There's a lot of other things that you can benefit from by being a Marine, such as 100% college tuition while you're active duty, the post 9/11 Montgomery GI Bill when you get out, full medical, full dental benefits, paycheck every month, free housing, free food. So there's a lot of other benefits that you get with that, but I don't sell that. I sell, you gotta want to be a Marine. If you want to be a Marine, then that's who I want fighting next to me when, you know, we're deployed somewhere.
The most elite fighting force anybody has ever seen. Push up, Marine Corps!
I'm willing to fight for this country and be proud of it, whether sacrificing my life or a limb or anything. I want to fight, I will fight if I can.
I'm no more special than anybody else, and if everyone else is going, I'm definitely going to volunteer to go. I certainly do hope I come out okay, but I'm definitely just going to make sure I get everything done and help the people that need to be helped.
This is the best country in the world, and the fact that I get the privilege to fight for this country is just amazing.
All the way. There you go. All day.
I get a kid that comes in, I put him in the Marine Corps. You know, he was down and out, whether he had family problems or whatever. Sent him off to boot camp. He comes back in this uniform or in his dress blues, you know, and he gives me a good, firm handshake, you know, and says, thank you. Thank you for what you did. And I appreciate you taking the time and effort and put me in the Marine Corps, training me before I went off to boot camp, because all that training you taught me and all that physical training when you're yelling and screaming at me to push harder and never quit, it really paid off, so I appreciate what you did.
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1.
Sergeant Cuccinello and having Sergeant Rod and Current Sergeant Harrington behind us, it sets the groundwork for being a Marine. They're the cornerstone, the people you want to, the Marines you want to be like. They set the edge. You want to be like them. He really set the example for me and what I aspire to be.
Got promoted.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Squad leader.
Proud first class.
Yes, sir.
I know what it's like to be, 17 years old, living at home, not knowing what you want to do, and then you go and do something that's, pretty big, and you come back in uniform and everyone's just so proud of you.
It goes by really quick because you're excited about them coming back from recruit training. You hear stories all the time about how the kid was a troublemaker and, he kind of walked slumping. Well, when he comes back and he's in his dress blues, he's walking tall, he's walking proud. He talks a little louder, talks a little, with a little more firmness in his voice. Marine Corps is a small organization, and I know these young men and women are going to be working for me, either in combat or just in garrison. And so the reward is to have that young man or woman come and work for you and know that you put them in the Marine Corps. They're the next Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, the next Commandant of the Marine Corps, the next Medal of Honor recipient. They're the future of the Marine Corps.
At least you can do is put out. You gotta put out for those Marines. I need it. A push-up. And guess what? You're gonna train twice as hard as they are.
I have such a sense of pride that 237 years of Marine Corps history, and I'm actually part of it now. There's just no way of explaining how excited and how good I feel about it, how proud.
You're the same person, but you're a bigger and better person now, after boot camp. and you appreciate things a lot more, and you're more goal-oriented at life, in anything, for anything.
The most elite fighting force anybody has ever seen. Is that what you want to be a part of? Yes, sir! Here we go. A push-up!
And that I will obey. And that I will obey. The orders of the President.
On the morning of December 3rd, 2012, Jay Cross came full circle and took the oath of enlistment. Jay later headed for Parris Island, South Carolina, to begin recruit training.
So help me God. So help me God.
12 weeks later, Private Jay Cross returned home in his dress blues after graduating from the most demanding recruit training in the world.
Recruit training was a challenge. It was pretty much more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge for me. I had to deal with being away from home and just totally things I was never exposed to before, and actually having to really pick up my own personal responsibilities and be more acceptable for my own actions than I was here. That's really what challenged me the most.
Private Cross, how's it going, Marine?
It's going good, Gunner.
How was it?
Private Cross has earned the title. His transformation will continue throughout his time in the Corps. Congratulations to Private Cross, and may he serve with honor, purpose, and distinction.
I look up front and who do I see? A Gunny Harrington leader me!
The leadership and commitment of Gunnery Sergeant Harrington and his staff at the Career Center in Smithtown ensures that the young men and women who enlist in the Marine Corps have the greatest chance of success at recruit training. The producers at Smithtown Spotlight wish to thank these young men and women for their dedication and courage, and wish them well on their way to earning the title, the few, the proud, the Marines. For Smithtown Spotlight, this is Kenny Bernardini.